Hey, it's the Freshest Cookies. This cookie is a Minecrafting cookie. This cookie ain't stale. This cookie is fresh. Hi! We are coming to you from sevtech of Ages. This is another episode in Cookies Through the Ages. I'm standing in front of my sevtech of Ages Grand Gallery. And I have this contraption next to me right here. What is this? What is that? That's a thing, that is. And I bet I don't have. I bet I need to take a moment. Yeah, I had to put some stuff away. You know how that goes. You go to talk to your viewing audience and you look in your inventory and you're missing your minecart. The whole purpose of this is going to be the minecart. I mean, really, it's the whole purpose. So, in our last episode of Cookies Through the Ages, my last video was a video short on cinereous resin. But the episode before that was a Cookies Through the Ages episode, and we talked about the conveyor belt system and how it's put together. In this episode, we're going to look at the train tracks, because it's not enough to get your stuff up out of the mine. You also have to be able to get it put away. We have a Brit, a British guy, and he does a how to make a Minecraft or a minecart load unloading system. I will try to put a clickable link in the description. I think you have to right click on the link, select it, highlight it, right click on it, and then you can select go to, and it will take you to his video in a new window. In the meantime, if you like these videos, I think in YouTube there is a like button. Hit it, subscribe. Those of you that are playing sevtech of Ages, if this is helpful, subscribe. I'm going to go through more of this stuff. This idea comes from Avomance. 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 And we are using redstone power. Normally, when you work with Minecraft minecarts, and you notice this is powered, but what you don't see is any redstone torch next to it. Yeah, normally when you set a thing of train tracks, can come over here. Do I have any on me? Of course not. All right, just for toots and giggles, we'll take this, and we'll take this, and we'll borrow that. Okay. The premise here is I'm going to lay that there. Notice that lays to the side until you put a regular thing with it. See, this has got no power. But watch. This is called a Redstone Signal, apparently. Oh, wow. Well, all right. You normally put them on the side, but this is a grass path, so apparently you can't do that. Grass path, by the way, is grass that you took a shovel and you right-clicked on it and you create a grass path. Here's the thing. This signal, this this signal is pushing power into the block below this rail, which is powering the rail. Because if I take it away, there's no power to the rail. If I put it back, there's power to the rail. If I did this, nothing happens. If I do this, nothing happens. If I take a block and put it here, and I put my redstone signal here, this is powered again. Apparently, it kind of works like this. This powers this block upon which it sits, which then pushes power into the block next to it, which pushes power into your rail. Enough said. This then is a redstone loop. As long as this part of it is powered, the rail is powered, which means when I put the cart down, it goes back and forth between the mine carts. Right. To remove it, left click on it, and it will just simply take it back. Well, it will do that in creative. Now, in the last episode, I talked about the fact that below this rail was a hopper, and this was an extracting conveyor belt that fed stuff into a crate, which is empty. And look, we have the same sort of thing going on over here, except here. Now you can sort of see what's going on underneath, because if I remove this block, that goes off. This is kind of an electronics lesson, sort of, in a way. In the real world, when you're dealing with a closed circuit, you have a power source which generates its power into something, and in a closed circuit loop, a feedback loop, that power can be toggled around, and the toggle is here. Of course, don't quote me, folks, and don't be too harsh on me in the comments below this video, because I am not, I repeat, not an electronics major. In an electrical loop, you have, I believe, the opportunity to disrupt the flow. The hopper here is the secret. This particular item is going to draw its power from the hopper. If I take this crafting table and place it in the hopper, this is on. This was off a minute ago, but look. Oh, shoot. Well, that was not what I wanted to do. Oh, shoot. Hang on a minute, folks. I have to get my... Can I get my... Oh, balderdash. So long as something's in the hopper, this light is turned on and these tracks are turned off. Same thing goes over here. If something is placed in the hopper on this end, the tracks turn off. Why? Because this is a Minecraft minecart. This is not working with Steve's carts. Let me make something very clear. Steve's carts take engines. I'm not very versed on Steve's carts, so at this time I'm not wanting to work with Steve's carts. Minecraft carts, though, I know that If you set up your rails correctly, and you use powered rails by dropping a redstone torch, and you can power, I think, up to 4, maybe 5 rails at a time with a single torch placed at the first rail in your set. I don't usually try to go above 3, 4 max. They're very handy. You want a lot of them when you're going to go up a grade, and especially with mine carts that have hoppers. If they're loaded, like in the real world, it takes more power to push a thing that's got a heavy load. It takes more power to push a Minecraft cart that is loaded. So, how is this made? First off, let's look underneath. Oh, dang it. Well, okay. That was not what I wanted to do. Back around here and put this back in its place. By the way, in working with these items, positioning is everything. If you don't position it just right, for instance, if I put it that way, it doesn't do anything. That's right. Alignment is everything. Alignment, alignment, alignment. It's the same thing with these guys. If when you're placing your conveyor belts, the arrows aren't all pointing in the correct direction, you don't get the flow. You don't get this. It's the same thing with these things. If you don't align them, you don't get your loop. Hopper. This is a comparator. These are your redstone things, comparators. You'll need a nether quartz. Hope you got some. You'll need any stone. Any stone. Not, wait a minute, it'll also do cobblestone? No. It has to be stone, stone, stone. I'm looking to see. Yeah, no, this is chiseled. It'll also do stone siding. So you can do stone siding. But I don't see, well, no, it might also take cobblestone. It might also take cobblestone. But it says any stone. If it won't take cobblestone, at age 3, you can make stone in your furnace. Just so as you know. So, the man in the video, Avomance, starts with a chest next to his hopper because he starts with this end first. So it's rather confusing. I'm going to start on the loading end. He starts on the unloading end. The loading end starts with a hopper. Now, because we're connecting these to conveyor belts, you can't just place a hopper. And of course, for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to bring it in. I mean, I have all this stuff made. It's just that I don't have all this stuff on me. Hopper. This is your hopper. Chest. A bronze gear. In sevtech of Ages, it's a little different. So, you have this recipe, and you go, oh my God, I have to have buffaloes. Yeah, that's why you had to have buffaloes, but look below. Make yourself some glue, And glue is going to be rotten flesh in a cauldron. Bingo. If you've got raw pigment hide, you can make two. So, glue, any plank wood, and sticks. You no longer need buffaloes, and you don't need to go through your red cedar planks. That is such a relief. This was your recipe in the beginning. Once you go to stage 1 or age 1, you can do it this way with a bit of glue. So you now have your, and by the way, for most people don't understand how these are made. Now that you have a wooden gear, you must clad it in stone. It has to be stone. Doesn't have to be chiseled stone. It just has to be stone. Can't be cobblestone, I don't believe. So then you have a stone gear. Your stone gear is then going to be clad in bronze plate. Bronze plate. It is 3 copper to 1 tin in your smeltery, or just pour yourself out some bronze. You can make it in your bronze ingot mold, either way, or you can have a block of bronze, which will give you 9 ingot. Take it over to your stone anvil, hit it with your mallet, make yourself an ingot, take an ingot, put it on your stone anvil, hit it with a mallet, and you will get a plate of whatever metal you're using. In this case, it's bronze. So once you clad it in bronze, there's your bronze gear. Your bronze gear, iron. I just told you how to make the plate. In this case, you're using 5 ingots of iron that have been beaten. A chest is simply going to be planks surrounding an empty space. You've got a chest, and there you go, 1 hopper. Bingo. Done. Now, to place your hopper, just like to place these conveyor belt things. In fact, let's just kind of do it so that you see it. I'll want these guys and the hopper right. Oh, and the dropping, well, yeah, and the dropping conveyor belt. I've already done the builds for this. I've already done the builds. And I like to use a covered dropping conveyor belt. So that you understand. This is relatively easy. See your arrow? If I put this down like that, it doesn't connect. That's still closed. But see now the arrow is pointing to this, and there it goes. However, you can't just come over here and go like that. Oh, wait. Go like, no. And see, that doesn't work. You have to have something. You can't even, I don't think, go like, see, no, it's not going to work. In order to connect to the edge, you have to place it. The horizontal belts have to be laid out on something. The easiest way is to use some cobblestone. I mean, it's not like you're not going to get it back. So, now you have cobblestone, and you have your cobblestone. And if you notice, this cobblestone is going to hang right here. That's right. Because now I believe, unless I missed a bet, I can place the hopper right there. And now I can place Mind your arrows. They want to point to the hopper. Oh, no, we did that wrong. Never mind. The thing that we need to put down is the covered conveyor belt. So no, you would have dropped another stone. Right. Okay, so you wanted 3 stones across because you need to place, this is another horizontal belt. You can't just place it out in the air, so to speak. So mind your arrows. And don't be right on top of the block or you can't lay anything down. So now you have, oops, nope. Pardon me, that's one too many. That's because it's a covered conveyor belt. Oh, gosh. Okay, hang on, folks. I have the wrong item. I need a dropping conveyor belt. Dropping conveyor belt. You can go away. Right. Okay. Sorry. Now, get the right items. And now see if I did this, well, it doesn't connect, does it? That's right. Mind your arrows. They all have to be aligned. Now you can take away these guys. And your hopper should be able to click to the bottom. Bingo. See, you can put your hopper onto a block on top of, beside, or underneath a block. And so there's your hopper. Now it's all set up. This is relatively simple. When you stack your vertical belts, make sure that your arrows are pointing in the direction you want the belt to go. So, all right, now you have a hopper. You've made your comparator. I'm just going to bring this in for the purposes of the video. And again, position, position, position. When you're laying this, that's wrong. And this is the hardest part, is getting it right. Usually I end up doing this. You want to be, I believe, facing your hopper when you put it down. You want it so that the tall ones are away from the hopper, I believe, and the little nubbin is facing the hopper. Now, I think I can put my, my stone up here and my signal up here. Right. Also, make sure you don't turn that on. Leave it off. Let me put something in the hopper. And I don't have it right. If when you put something in the hopper, your comparator does not turn on, guess what? You have it positioned wrong. I'm doing the tutorial and I'm getting it wrong. Oh my goodness. It goes the other way. Test. Right. Okay. I think in math it's the less than or equal to, the less than or greater than. If the V is pointing away, is pointing away from the number on its right, it's less than that number or greater than that number. Maybe it's less than. And if it's pointing to it, it's greater than. Again, I had to have a tutor for algebra. Give me a break. But in this, if the, see, notice if I turn it on, it doesn't mean anything. It's still on because it's drawing its power from here because I have something in it. The minute I take it out, guess what? It's not on. I can do that, but it doesn't make any difference. So the two of them need to be pointing at the hopper, pardon me, and the smaller end needs to be pointing to the block. Why? Simple. This is drawing its power from the hopper. When something's in the hopper, we want to turn off the rail. If something's in the hopper, putting something in the hopper, this is on, these are off. Why? We are now pushing power into this block, which turns off this redstone torch. It can't hold the power of both. Either this is going to be powered, or either this is going to power, or this is going to power. This pushes power into the block. This is turned off. Now, the thing with Minecraft is, I don't know. Can we do this? Okay. Do you see the green squares? Let me see if I can get it to sort of, okay, you can kind of see it now as you can kind of see in the doorway behind the little lime green square. In Minecraft, everything is to the block, the block, the block. This grid pattern, if you walk over here, and you can kind of see the outline of the bottom of a block, but then you can see in the lime green the outline of this block and the ghostly outline. This is a 3D block of air. This is a 3D block of air that has a dot, or a little bit of redstone sitting on it. Next to it, it has a repeater. Delay of 1 tick. Delay of 2 ticks. Delay of 3 ticks. Delay of 4 ticks. Now, it might make it so that the longer this waits to power up the rail, gives it more time for this to have filled the cart completely. I don't know. I really don't know. Be that as it may, and I'm just going to leave it at 4 ticks. Tick. Tick. All right, the movement of the belt. Every time you see the movement of the belt, that is a game tick. We're ticking away 20 minutes of real world time, meaning 1 day of game time. This is overcast, but pretty soon it will be dark out. So it'll take 4 seconds of game time for this to work, to send the power across. This has power on it. It's canceling out this power, which fills the block. This torch is its own block. This is a block. This is a block. You can't, well, here. You cannot put anything else in the same space. See, you can't. Okay, there you go. But look, I can't put anything down here. If I right click on this, I can't put anything. Now I can do it next to it, but I can't do it on this. Why? Because this occupies the block of game, digital game, next to this block of cobblestone. This, you can't put anything on it in the same area. Woo, that just, dang it. Okay, it's now nighttime and it's storming. Oh, well, we're going to have, all right, the thunder. That was the thunder and the lightning. You're hearing game tick going along. I'm going through 20 minutes of real world time, which is a day and the night in Minecraft time. So, this is occupying or comprising an entire block. Exactly. So this entire powered block, when it's powered, is touching this entire powerable, able to be powered block, which is in turn touching this. See, I can't put anything else. Well, I can't put anything else here. If I needed to put something on top of this, you hold down your shift key. Otherwise, you're moving it. But if I hold down the shift key, I drop down. And as I'm right-clicking it, now I can do this. I can put something next to it. But I can't put anything on it. Next to it, but not on it. Above it, but not on it. Exactly. Exactly. There's nothing there. I don't need that there. Okay. Exactly. So this is the loop. Let's remove that. It's confusing. This is the loop. When powered, conducts power here, conducts power here, which sends power through the next block. And it brings power to the rail. Because when I take this out of the hopper, oh look, the rail is on. So how is this done? Take a powered rail, lay it. Oh, I'll have to lay a regular rail next to it. You'll have to align it to set another rail next to it. So there you go. So there's your powered rail. Drop a block, any block. On that block, you will have placed your comparator. Wrong way. You'll have to face it. You need to face this way. Now you have it right. This is just the mechanics, by the way, folks. If I don't have a hopper here, this is not going to work. Please be apprised. If I don't have a hopper above this, it doesn't work. This is just how you put it together. So if you want the thing to point with this end to the hopper, you have to place it facing this way. Items placed on the ground. See? This end is to you, and the little end is away from you. So, then you're going to come over here. Drop a block. Drop a block. Put your torch on it. Below, put 1 redstone. The guy called it a dot. Oh, look, that's powered. But it's not doing anything. See? If this were gone, that would be not be powered. As soon as I put this up here, it's powered. Right. One block touching another block brings power. Finally, your repeater. Redstone repeater. Here's the repeater. Again, it's any stone, and you have 2 torches, and you have a redstone. Redstone torch. Stick, redstone, redstone torch. Repeater. Pair of torches, redstone. You can also do it with 2 sticks, 2 redstones to make the torches, and one in the middle with stone. This would have been done during the tutorial. Problem is, guess what you can't get? This is stage 2. So I mean, why do we have this recipe? Come on, Darkesto. Why do we even have this recipe? I don't know. Any stone. It may also accept cobblestone. I don't know. I think so, though. I think I made mine with cobblestone. The repeater. This is going to repeat the loop. Just keep repeating the loop. So now, switch out. And again, this position is everything. If you don't lay this right, it doesn't work. If I laid it that way, see, if I lay it that way, if I lay it so I'm facing the block, it goes in the line. If I move over here and I face it the other way and I lay it that way, this doesn't form a line. Alignment is the other key. It has to be aligned correctly. See how this suddenly draws out and now it's powering this repeater? Correct. This has to be placed correctly. This end has to be at where your hopper is, like you see here. This end has to be aligned with your redstone piece. This has to be powered, or this has to have a redstone torch. The hopper is empty. Nothing with the comparator is happening. The track is live. There's nothing in the hopper. So the idea is your cart is full. Time to go to unload. But if there's something in the hopper, this is shutting off the system. This is on. This says, no, we're not going to let the little cart go until it's full. Ah, I see, said the blind man, waving his wooden leg aloft. So this is how you make the drop off. How do you at least get to this point where you're, oh, what? Oh, it unloaded it. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't, because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. I like dark chocolate. I have dark chocolate on my cookie. Yeah. See? Dark chocolate and leather. Okay. Well, that was nice. Now I know what happened to that. Okay. This is the extracting conveyor belt. In our last episode on the conveyor belts, the conveyor belt edition of Cookies Through the Ages, we made the covered conveyor belt. We made the extracting covered conveyor belt by making this first and putting one of these on top of it. Go back, take a look at that. Freshest Cookies YouTube. This is going to run on the same principle. This is going to run on the same principle. You have your comparator. I'm sorry, you have your repeater here. And your comparator, let's get over here, is down there. Why? Well, that's a hopper. To use a comparator, you have to have a hopper. And look where look at where it's sitting. The upper end is sitting facing the hopper, just like it does on the other side. This is how it's going to draw the power. This is going to, when it's on, it's going to cancel the repeater by turning this off. This loop is the same sort of thing, except there's no blob of redstone. See, there's no little redstone blob. Why? Because over here, this block has to touch something that has the ability to conduct power. Redstone conducts power. Redstone equals power. That's how minecarts work. They have redstone in them. Minecart. The Minecraft cart. This little guy is a cart. Pardon me. Pardon me. Don't know what I'm thinking. These have redstone in them. Hello. These don't have anything. The Minecraft minecarts, I'm sorry, folks. Minecraft minecarts, unlike Steve's carts, do not have redstone. They're not powered. They have no engines. Your rails are what move your cart. So, your rails, your powered rail, there's your redstone. And yes, gold. Why? Because we want the conductivity only on the rails, and we don't want the conductivity anywhere else. This is containing that conductivity. It's containing that conductivity. And it is an excellent conductor. Gold is an excellent conductor. So, just because we are working with blocks and we're touching blocks, in this case, we're doing it in the reverse. The hopper is beneath the rail because your minecart is getting its inventory taken out by the hopper. The hopper is extracting from the minecart. If there is nothing next to the hopper will just simply hold the inventory. Now, Avomance puts a chest here. The hopper will then pass everything into the chest. I'm using an extracting conveyor belt into a crate. Avomance is talking about regular Minecraft. I'm talking about sevtech of Ages. sevtech of Ages' mods are a little different. You have mods, a mod called Primal Core, which really does change how all the other mods in the game work. And there's coding in this so that when you move through each age, aspects of the mods of the game turn on. And until you get there, they're not on. Like, you won't see certain things in the game till you get to the age where it's supposed to show up. For instance, diamonds. You don't find diamonds in age 3. And it's not in the inventory either. I'm not kidding. D-I-A-M. Which you'll find is a platinum wand that's got a diamond on it. Creeping moss. The level is diamond. Diamond. So see, that's why it's showing up. But there's no actual, you don't see diamonds. If I were to open up a regular Minecraft and I were to do this, you would see diamond. Exactly. It doesn't show up in the inventory of the game because we're not there yet. I think it shows up in the next age, in age 4, which we haven't gotten to yet because we haven't made plastic. We haven't gotten oil. We haven't set up refineries. We're still doing the stinking railroads. What the heck, Cookies? Get on with the show. Drawing power from your hopper. If I put something in the hopper, I've got to have enough stuff in here. See, this is off. But in a few seconds... Ah! Did you see that? Wait, what just... Well, that's empty, isn't it? As soon as it emptied, this turned off, and it stopped pushing power through the block, which already has something else on the other side. The comparator is on one side of a block, and this is on the other. Now that it's on, it is pushing power. It is touching this block, which is powered. The power in this block goes to the repeater, which I can make delayed. It's going to push power through this block, which is touching the powered rail. So it's the same idea as if I had dropped a redstone torch on a block next to the rail. Come around this way, and we see that the extracting conveyor belt has done its job. There are my oak planks. So basically, it kind of goes like this. Cart. Now it's going to be noisy because the cart's just going to go back and forth. Place your cart here. Right click. And it goes back and forth. That's all it does. Until I do this. Walk over here. Bring these guys into my inventory and hit Q. Let's see that again. Watch it. It's okay, it just got filled and it went over and it dropped off. Why? How do I know this? Dang. It is, okay. It has, okay. Okay, alright. Yep, shit. Well, that's one way to do it. That wasn't exactly how I wanted to do it. Okay. It takes a hot New York minute for this belt to take everything out of the hopper and stick it in the crate. And you notice that the unloading is really fast. It drops straight into the hopper really quick. It doesn't receive from the hopper as quickly. So, I hope this helps. I hope I've been able to explain this. The only difference between this little model, and then we'll go over here. This is a working model which is actually going to be used now. So I'm going to put my little cart here, and it's just going to sit there. Oh, okay, look. And in this, by the way, you can also put your crate below. See, it's filling up through the hopper. The hopper is filling up, and the car is still dropping off. This is really cool. The cart is still dropping off, so it does take a little bit of time to drop through the hopper, and the hopper drops into the crate, which is still loading. So maybe I have it wrong, folks. It'll take from the hopper real quick on this end, but it takes a little longer to unload on that end. But it's not going to be that much longer. And now it's going back and forth waiting for something. And that ain't too loaded. So, I'm in creative. Folks, what I'm going to do, don't do unless you're in creative. You can really die. I'm going to drop down my hole. Error. Come on. No. Get off it. Alright. And down we go. Alright. Now we're going to come over here. And finally, as promised, you can't really see anything though, can you? Poor viewing audience. Let's light this up a bit. Okay. And there. As promised, we're going to change our game mode back into survival. We're going to use our excavator pick. We're going to finish mining this out. Now remember, when you equipped the excavator modification on your kit, your pick, you were told to set a key. I set comma. So for me, hold down the comma key and left click. Oh, look at that. And this is how it works. But you do have to go through and make sure that you pick up all the bits. And now we're going to come over here, hold down our comma key again, and pick everything up. Oh my gosh, am I? Yeah, I am loaded right now. So I want to come over here, and I want to actually offload onto my conveyor belt. And I want to walk over here before it dereses or despawns. Oh, there we go. All right, I've gotten all my bits. This is now a closed and empty mine. Now, another thing I can do is, well, I don't have a crate. Dang it. You could put all of this into a crate and send your crate up the line. I'm just going to come close enough to not go on the... Oh, Jesus Louises. Get off the belt. Get off the... Jeepers. Crowbar sakes alive. I'm just going to send it all up. Now don't forget, a crate will hold quite a bit, but a hopper will only hold 5 squares of 64 stacked. So I'm not quite sure what's happening up there at this point, because I am going to empty my entire inventory. I'm just hitting Q. And as you can see, there was quite a bit to empty. Yeah, buddy. Oh my gosh. And as on the side here, you can see how many I'm losing. I'll be down in my last 64 in about, yeah. Okay. Any second now, I'm going to be empty of all my redstone. Game mode 1. Back into creative. I want to come over here. I want to come over and go up. Oh, shit. If you're too close to it, it starts receiving inventory. Now, my hopper is filling up. It's truly filling up. What the heck? Didn't this empty yet? Is this not empty yet? Hey, are you not empty yet? Oh, okay, it's emptying. Oh, never mind. Now it's going to receive. It's filling down. It fills down real fast, doesn't it? Look at that. Look at that. Now it's going to come over here. And now this empties a lot slower. Because the hopper's only going to take things one thing at a time. From the rail cart, you're just ever showing one item at a time. Meanwhile, if you click, if you drop down cookies, and you click on the crate, it's filling up. And that's how this works. The only difference between, say, this particular mine, which is now empty, and let's see, I have a platinum mine somewhere around here too. See where I would have to lay my track, and I would have to put powered rails along and keep putting my powered rails along until I was getting over to, no, not here. Keep going. Nope. Was this where my line was? Oh, shoot. I need to move quicker. Oh. Sorry about this, folks. From, say, this mine over here, this is where I want it to be, is I would have to have conveyor belt system that goes from down there and comes up, and I have to have the unloading hopper here with everything set up here. Then I have to send my minecart up and around and down to connect to this line down here. Then I can have it speed on down here, all the way across here, all the way around to my hub. Here is where I would have to do my unloading. Then I can bring it upstairs to the factory level. which is, I actually have to go up the stupid stairs. Yes, I do. Exit up to, yes, that's right, here. And because I'm all the way down here where my redstone mine was, because if you come over here, see, see these? There's your conveyor belt system that's going down to that other mine. So if I brought everything over here and I did an unload, which I could, or I could just bring, or I'd have to bring some way to bring this all the way back up to the factory area, or up to the main floor, which is up here, and it still has to go up to here, where the factory is, where all my processing is. And now you can see that this is all unloaded. Exactly. Exactly. I think in creative you can just left click and you'll take your cart. I recommend breaking a track in front of it so it stops so you can harvest your cart. Now the nice thing about this is once you have laid track and once you have laid conveyor belts, they're easily removed. Game mode 0. And oh, by the way, this is a terrific cheat. Terrific, terrific, terrific cheat. Now you notice I'm not going to try and drop down there now. But if I'm really, really careful, and I walk over here, I may be able to do this. Yes. Bingo. And that's all there was to it. Of course, now I need to get up to this level. God. Pardon me while I go back upstairs. And up we go. And this mine is now... What did I just do? Ah, closed. This mine is now closed. Another tip, when you're doing caving like this, you notice I kind of know the way back, so to speak. Yeah, that's because I have all my torches. When I blaze a trail, I lay them to one side, so I know when I come back. See, I don't see torches there, so that might not be a way up. This is going to go away from where I want to go, so I want to keep following these. Keep following this around. Oh, look, there's more torches. Right. This looks like it's going up, so we're going to go over here. And it does, and it comes up. Now I have 3 torches. This is telling me that this is going up to something. And indeed it is. Lapis and aluminum mines are going to go that way. Redstone mines are going to go that way. And guess what? We are at the hub. And we can go up the exit to the factory level. Just like this. And go across. And go over. Oh, by the way, if you're holding a sign, I think I can do this in survival as well. I have to be holding a sign to right-click on the sign, and now I can add the word closed. Actually, no, I don't want to add that word there. So I want to edit this and put multi-mine entrance closed redstone mine entry. Done. I've now changed this. Why? Because that redstone mine is now closed. And up we go back to this, which can also be taken apart. For my own safety, I'm going to put my cobblestones in place so I don't go through to anywhere else I shouldn't. Not like I don't have enough. And now this is safe to walk on again. So, from our now loaded crate, look at all that. This is the contents of that entire mine. This was the contents of the clay that was in that mine. So, this is the Freshest Cookies for Cookies Through the Ages, the Rails episode, saying, signing off, ta-ta!